Today I want to talk about growing up in a narcissistic family dynamic. I have hinted at the fact on my channel that I grew up in this kind of dynamic, but I've never went into large detail about it. I've had a lot of experience with narcissists in my life, and because of that, I feel like I was gaslit into thinking that I was a narcissist and that I needed to not be impulsive, and that I like these characteristics of myself that aligned with that of a narcissist. I tried to shut those down for probably the past 2 years. I have been doing that, and I just realized I feel suffocated because they're trying to keep me in their box. And I feel like I don't fit in because I don't. So I just want to, give you an overview of the narcissism that I have experienced in my life. Just first of all, to get it off my chest. Second of all, to help someone that maybe is sitting in this right now, because it can be really awful, and it can feel like, oh my god, is that mascara? Yes, I was crying, but I'm not wearing mascara. I guess it's from yesterday. I'm all over the place. It's okay though. That's great. That's me. Okay. So I grew up in a family with my mom, my dad, and my little brother that is 4 years younger than me. So I'm the older sibling and he's under me, and my mom and dad got married when she was 27 and he was 37, something like that, and then had me a year later, something like that. They were probably 26, 36, something like that, and had me when they were 27, 37. So they are a large age gap, which I'm gonna get to. And yeah, so they raised me. I lived in a tiny town in Oklahoma. So I didn't really have access to normalcy, I think. I remember looking at people with normal families, and you kind of have this perception when you're in a narcissistic dynamic that everybody is like that. So I would project that on everyone else, and then as I've healed, I realized that not everybody's life is like that. Not everybody has been through these things. Not everybody has been gaslit their entire life. Not everybody has, you know what I mean? Not everybody has dealt with that. It's common, but it's not normal, you know? So I as a child was / am very outspoken. As a child, I was very, very, very outspoken though. I look back in awe because I'm wow, that girl is so brave. She is so strong. I remember, well, okay, let me just explain my parents to you and how they dealt with me. And then, yeah, my brother isn't really in this. He was a child. He's whatever, you know. He experienced it with me. I would say I experienced the bulk of it because I was the loud one and he was willing to shut up. You know, he was willing to take it and I wasn't. So I would say I got the brunt of it, and they would say that that's because I should have just shut up, and took it. But if I just shut up and took it, we would not be here, would we, guys? Okay, anyways. My dad is very loud, very mean, he uses intimidation. When I was a kid, well, he just uses things to get in your head. I didn't want to be like him, and he could feel that, and then he would say you're just like me, and taunt me type of things. And I remember him like dragging me down the hallway by my feet and hitting me in the back with a belt, and then gaslighting me still to this day that he didn't do that. Actually, he admitted it last time I saw him, which was in May, maybe like 6 months ago. It's November. He finally admitted it, which whatever. I was shook when it happened though. I was like, wait, what? This is crazy. But I think when you leave certain dynamics, it gives them time to breathe and time to think and time to make someone else their victim. So they kind of like, you're not that important to them anymore. So it doesn't matter if they admit that they did something wrong, because it doesn't matter to them, you know? Like, you're not their possession anymore, so it doesn't matter. And okay, so like that's how my dad was. He was either always gone, he would be gone, or he would be at home screaming at us, like is how I remember it. So me and my mom and my brother kind of like got really close. From my perspective, that's how it was. I feel like I was trying to save them from him. Even though my mother should have been divorcing him and leaving the situation and taking her children with her. So I guess we can get into her. He was just this like chaotic, mean, grandiose narcissist. Like, he's very outgoing, he's very like poor me, but in a way that gets people's attention and makes them feel sorry for him, and he gets a lot of help. Like, he will, like, his car will go out and then all of a sudden he's being given a car. Literally given a car. Like, I don't know. Like, he's very good at making people feel sorry for him. But I wouldn't feel sorry for him. As a child, I was the truth teller. If you look up like truth teller narcissistic dynamic and you look up scapegoat narcissistic dynamic, that is me. I, from a very young age, knew the truth. I knew this was not healthy for some reason. I knew this was not okay. I knew that we just needed to get the fuck out of there, and I did everything in my power to do so. I feel like I took my mom and my brother in a backpack and took them with me. That's how I felt. That's how I still feel. So yeah, I grew up always wanting to leave, and I didn't even address my mom. Like, I just felt like she was my friend. I felt like she was incapable. I felt like she was my age. I felt like I did not feel like she was an authority. I did not feel like she was my parent. I felt like she was like an older sister, and we were just going through it together. I felt like it wasn't her choice to be there. Like, I felt like I made so many excuses for her. I made so many excuses for her, saying like, well, she's just being abused. Like, she's just whatever. Like, I do not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I was a child and I knew what the fuck was going on. And you were 30. Like, she was 30. Like, there is no excuse there. I was 6 years old and she's 30. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be that fucking stupid. You wanted to be there. But yeah, she always was a victim. She wasn't able to leave. She was trapped. I remember screaming at my dad from 6 years old and like causing a ruckus. Like, that's what I still use the language. Like, causing scenes. They felt like I caused it. They would say stuff like that. Causing him to get upset was basically my role in the dynamic. When in reality, I was the only one that was fucking mentally there, mentally sane, mentally like, hey, you know that If you don't like something, you can just fucking leave. Like, anything is better than being abused. I don't care if I'm on the fucking street homeless. Anything is better than being abused, bro. Like, what? Like, but yeah, that's how she is. She's very like, well, I couldn't do anything, and you were so strong, and I can't believe you. Like, what, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not like you. Like, no. As you can tell, she still upsets me. He doesn't. Like, I have forgiven him. I've had like 5 years away from him. So that's why. But I still like live with my mom. I'm still around her. So it's still irritating to me. She's not a dangerous. Narcissism is dangerous. Every single version of narcissism is dangerous. Okay. They care about themselves. They do not care about you. But it's only dangerous if you let it be dangerous. Like, I know that she doesn't have the capability. I know that he doesn't have the capability to give me anything. So in that way, I can stop it from being harmful, and stop giving them pieces of me. You know what I mean? But yeah, I grew up always being like, Mom, you need to divorce him. Mom, you need to divorce him. Mom, you need to divorce him. And then I was like, okay, you're not going to divorce him, so I'm going to move out as soon as I can. And then I moved out at 18, like 45 minutes, an hour away from my family home. And I think slowly I started to convince her that she could leave. I moved an hour away, and then I decided to move to Arizona, which was like 20 hours away. I moved across the country. And eventually she got the balls to leave, and I took her with me. I was already here, but I let her like live with me. I just did so much for this woman. Like, I just did so much. But yeah, I got her away from him. She finally divorced him. She finally sees that he is like who he is. And I don't know, we just had space from it. And the more time I've spent with her, the more time I've had time to realize that, oh wait, she's my mother. Like, she's not helpless. She should have been helping me. And having the conversation of like, why was I more capable than my mother at 6 years old? And she, like, I've had these conversations with her so many times, and she's like, you're smarter because you grew up with the internet and stuff like that. At 6 years old, no, I didn't. Like, I said I hate you to my father for the first time at 6 years old because he's evil. Like, he's doing evil things to me, and that's not okay. And she just emotionally neglected me. She just left me there. Like, it's like, she just left me there to starve in the woods, is what it felt like. It was like she brought me into some snow with some wolves. She brought me over there and was like, I'll protect you. And then she saw the wolves and she's like, JK, and like gets behind me, is what it felt like growing up. And that's how I have felt in life, and that's how I feel in life. That someone is like crouched behind me and I have to protect them. My mom taught me that I have to protect her. Like, what? And in turn, I learned to protect her. So in turn, I learned to protect my brother. And I just learned to have this like mama bear energy about my family when they don't have that for me. Like, my mom would do anything for me but what she needs to do, which is like fucking address her trauma. But she will not do that. She will give me $1,000. She will let me live with her. She will let me use her car. She will let me, like, she's not, I don't know. That's why it's so confusing. It's like two things can be true at once. Like, she is my mother and she does take care of me? Question mark. You know what I mean? Like, a narcissist dynamic is such a confusing thing And I have been so confused in my life because it's such a confusing thing. But I'm just here to tell you that, like, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm still getting to that light, but just getting rid of one of them. You know what I mean? Just getting rid of two of them. Just getting rid of one person at a time. The light gets clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer. And if you're sitting in a narcissist dynamic, feeling like you are being victimized and feeling like the world is out to get you, just know that that is your power. My power is that I can sit in the same room with them now and they don't affect me. You know what I mean? And that I'm aware that there are people like this in the world. And now, luckily, I have this roadmap of how to deal with them. Because I had to learn my parents growing up. I had to learn how to tiptoe around them, especially my dad. I had to learn how to tiptoe around him, but I had to learn how to smush my dreams for my mom, is what I had to do. I had to learn to just shut up and just take it and whatever, which in turn made me go for my dreams even harder after I left. So I'm able to turn it around in a positive way, but it is painful. It is fucking painful. It hurts that my mom can't love me. It hurts that my dad can't love me. You know? Like, they can't give me what I need emotionally. And I have felt starved my entire life because of it. And that made me think that feeling starved in a relationship is love, which made me go and get a narcissistic boyfriend. And I've talked about that a lot on my channel. If you want to hear about the whole story about him, the title is called Corey Alexander Graham, just his name. It's so powerful to take back your power from these people that have shamed you into being small. So like using names or just speaking about your story, stuff like that, like it really takes power from them. Because in reality, they are the pussiest people you will ever meet. They will not do anything. They do everything behind closed doors. So if things can't be closed doored around you, they're not going to be around you. So you're protected from them. As long as you're an adult. I know as a kid, it's so hard. And I know that feeling if you are a teenager or if you're a preteen watching this video and you're like, I have chills. I feel like there are going to be some kids watching this. Like, I feel you. I know you. I am you. I see you. And I know that it probably seems like this girl on the internet is talking to you and she's saying she understands and she's talking straight through you. It feels like it's hitting you in the gut, but like she couldn't really understand because you feel like nobody else can understand. And you also build people up on pedestals, and me sitting here making a video makes me seem like not a human, you know? So I just want you to know that like, it is possible to be happier. Life is a progression of getting happier and learning what you like, what you don't like, so you can have a happy life of incorporating the things that you do like. And life is really long, okay? It's really short and really long at the same time. It's really long in the fact that you have a lot of time to get stuff done. So if you're like, I'm never going to get out of this situation, I'm never going to be able to leave. In reality, you're going to be able to leave when you're 18. You're going to be able to leave at some point, you know? Or if you're in a narcissistic dynamic where you're dating someone or you're married to someone and you're like in a contract with them, and you literally can't get away from them, just know that there is going to be a door one day. There's gonna be a door one day. There is going to be a door one day, and you just have to walk through it. You just have to keep yourself open until the door is there, until you see it, okay? Do not fucking give up. This is not some shit you can give up on, okay? Like, you cannot let these fucking people win. You need to be strong. Eventually, you won't have to be strong anymore. I promise. But right now, if you're in it, you have to be fucking strong and you have to get out of it. And you can, because I am sitting here right now. I'm fucking alive. I was being tortured every day of my fucking life. And like, right now I'm just living with someone that's emotionally unavailable. And to me that is awful right now, but I take myself back to living with someone that was verbally and physically abusing me, emotionally abusing me, every sort of abuse. I was experiencing it, you know? I was being gaslit and made to feel like I was the problem. And I picked another relationship that was like that, and I almost died. I had a near-death experience because this person almost killed me. But guess what? I'm in a better position now. It may not be perfect, but I'm in a better position now, and I'm not being physically abused. You know what I mean? Like, shit gets better. You have to be patient, and you have to patient with yourself. Don't be patient with your circumstances. Get the fuck out when you can get the fuck out. I moved to Arizona with $300 to $500. I had no money, bro. I had no money. I did whatever I had to do to get out. And that's just what you have to do. And you have to realize whatever is on the other side of that is going to be way better than where you are right now. So you got to take that risk. Yeah, I hope this video helped someone. Leave a broken heart emoji down in the description or in the comments down below if you are experienced with narcissists, if you're living with one right now, if you're in a relationship with one right now, or you have been in the past, like your mom or a boyfriend or anyone. Let me know, because I feel like when you're in something like this, and even after, it sticks with you and you feel like you are the problem and you feel like no one else will ever get it and that there aren't other people like you. But just know that there are so many people like you. If you search narcissism on YouTube, which I'm sure you probably already did if you're watching this video, but there is a doctor, it's a woman, and I watch her videos all the time. I don't know her name, Dr. Rondi, I think. That could be so wrong, but she has an entire channel about narcissism. So just look up like scapegoat narcissism, and she's like probably the first one to pop up, okay? I'm sure you've even seen her face if you have Googled that before, but she's very helpful. She's really helped me. There's also a book. I would go get it. It's on my bookshelf, but I'm not going to edit this, so I'm not going to go get it. But there's a book called Psychopath Free, and you can read that book as well. And it literally gives you like characteristics, like traits, how they make you feel, to put the pieces together and decide if you're in that kind of dynamic or not. But if you're here, I promise you, you're in it. Like, don't doubt yourself. They make you doubt yourself, but don't doubt yourself. You're getting this information for a reason, and you're getting stronger and stronger and stronger until you're able to leave. I love you so much. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you liked this video. Thumbs it up. Check out all of my stuff down below. I also have one-on-one coaching, so apply for that down below. My OnlyFans, my Instagram, my Snapchat, my TikTok. Everything is going to be down there, and I will see you in the next one. Stay safe, guys. I love you so much. Bye.